Hello students, today we are going to start our same chapter, that is admission of partner. This is the last part, that is part 9. And today's topic is when the new partner brings in proportionate capital. It means that sometime the new partner's capital is not given in the question. That time we will have to calculate the new partner's capital on the basis of old partner's capital. How can it is possible? We can understand this point with the help of one example. Here the example is the capitals of A and B after all the adjustments and revaluations are rupees 24,000 and 16,000. In simple, there are two partners A and B and their capital is given, that is 24,000 and 16,000. They admit C as a new partner with 1/5 share. Calculate C's capital. So, for calculating C's capital, we will have to follow 5 easy steps. The first step is let total profit. Total profit is rupees 1. In all the cases, we already know about that. The second point is remaining profit. Here, in given, that point is already cleared that the new partner share is 1/5. So, remaining profit 1 minus new partner share, that is 4/5. That is the second step. Now, the third step, combined capital. Combined capital means old partner's capital, and that is given in the question. Old partner's capital rupees 24,000 and 16,000. After adding both the capitals, we will find out the value of combined capital. So, first step is let total profit, that is 1. Second step is remaining profit, that is 1 minus new partner share, that is 4/5. And the third step, that is combined capital, and combined capital is equal to sum of old partner's capital, that is 24,000 plus 16,000, total is 40,000. Then the fourth step, total capital. It is the important step. Total capital, the formula of total capital is combined capital, that is rupees 40,000, multiply reciprocal of remaining profit. And what is the remaining profit? That is 4/5. And reciprocal of 4/5, that is 5/4. So total profit is equal to combined capital multiply reciprocal of remaining profit, that is 5/4. After that we are getting rupees 50,000. Then the last step, C's capital. We already read that point. The C's capital can be calculated on the basis of their share, and here the share of C is 1/5. So total capital of the firm, that is 50,000. C's share is 1/5. After that we are getting rupees 10,000 as C's capital. Here it is, C will bring rupees 10,000 as his capital. One more question is that for understanding this question in detail, the following is the balance sheet of A and B as at 31st March 2018, who share profit in the ratio of 2:1. It means in this question A and B are old partners and their share is 2:1. One balance sheet is given, that is liability side, that is asset side, with some additional information. And the additional information is they admit C into the partnership on 1st April 2018. New profit sharing ratio agreed as 3/6 is to 2/6 is to 1/6. It means 3:2 is to 1. C brings proportionate capital after the following adjustment. The first adjustment is C brings rupees 10,000 is cash as his share of goodwill. The second point, provision for doubtful debt is to be reduced by rupees 2,000. The third point is that there is an old typewriter valued rupees 2,600. It does not appear in the books of the firm. Then the next point is patents are valueless And the last point, 2% discount is to be received from creditors. That all the information from point 1 to point 5 related from revaluation account. So first of all, we will have to make revaluation account. Here it is. Revaluation account. Here debit side. Here it is credit side. Particular rupees. Particular rupees. First of all, come on the additional information. That is first point. C brings 10,000 rupees in cash as his share of goodwill. That point is related from capital account. Now come on the second point. Provision for doubtful debt is to be reduced. Provision for doubtful debt is a liability, and liability reduced, it means liability decrease. That comes on the credit side of revaluation account. Before this, the provision is rupees 3600. Now the provision is reduced by rupees 2000. So we will mention only 2000. Here it is, by provision for doubtful debt by rupees 2000. Then second point is, there is an old typewriter valued rupees 2600. Before this, the typewriter's value is not given in the question. So we find out that this typewriter is not mentioned in the balance sheet. It means it is an unrecorded assets, and unrecorded assets comes on the credit side. Here it is, by typewriter by rupees 2600. Next point is, patents are valueless. Before this, the patent's value is rupees 2000. Now it is valueless. It means the value of patents is 0. It means assets reduce. If asset decrease, that will be recorded in the debit side. Here it is, 2 patents by rupees 2000. Then the next information, 2% discount is to be received from creditors. 2% discount of creditors, it means it is an assets. So what is the value of creditor? Creditor's value is rupees 20,000, and 2% of 20,000, that is 400. So here it is, by provision for discount on creditors rupees 400. After that, we will find out the total value. So 2000, 2600 and 400. Total of all the columns is 5000 rupees. Here only 2000. So the balancing figure comes on the debit side by rupees 3000. That balancing figure is called to profit transfer to, and that profit distributed in old partners in their old ratio, and the old partner is A and B. So A's capital account and B's capital account. What is the old ratio? Here old ratio is mentioned in the question, that is 2:1. So we can divide that profit in the ratio 2:1, that means 2000 and 1000. After that, the next account, that is capital account. So first of all, the capital's balance is given in the question, and we can write by the name of by balance BD. And what is the value, we can find out in the question. Here it is capitals, A's capital and B's capital by rupees 40,000 and 30,000. 40,000 and 30,000. The next thing that is given in the old balance sheet, that is reserve fund. That reserve fund distributed in old partners in old ratio. And what is the old ratio? That is 2:1. So that can be distributed in the opposite side. It means debit side, and it comes on the capital accounts in credit side. Here it is, by reserve fund rupees 8,000 and 4,000. Then The next information we can take from the revaluation account. Here in revaluation account we find out that there is profit balance, and it also comes in the opposite side. So debit balance comes on the credit side by the name of buyer revaluation account by rupees 2000 and 1000. 2000 in the A's column and 1000 in the B's column. Then in additional information, one point is given that the new partners bring his share of goodwill in cash. We can mention that by premium for goodwill, rupees 10,000, that is given by the new partner. Before giving the premium of goodwill, we will have to make the working note. Here the working note is old ratio of A and B is given, that is 2:1, and new ratio of A and B and C is given, that is 3:2:1. So sacrificing ratio, the formula of sacrificing ratio, that is old ratio minus new ratio. A share, old ratio of A, that is 2/3, new ratio of A, that is 3/6. After that 6, 4 minus 3, that is 1/6. B share, 1/3 minus 2/6. The value is 0. It means in the admission of C, only A sacrificed. That's why we will give the value of goodwill only to A's capital account by rupees 10,000. Now the next step is that calculate the value of the capital of new partners. For the follow of 5 easy steps. The first step is let total profit, that is rupees 1. The second step is remaining profit, that is 1 minus new partner share. 1 minus, and the new partner share is 1/6, that is given in the question. After that we will find out the value, that is 5.6, that is second step. Then the third step is combined capital. Combined capital is the formula of sum of old partners capital. And what is the value of old partners capital? That is 60,000 plus 35,000. That is not balance BD. That is the adjusted capital. And we can find out the value of adjusted capital by the totaling of old partners capital. Here the value of A's capital is 40,000 plus 8,000 plus 2,000 plus 10,000. That is rupees 60,000. Here no any balance. So we can find out the value of to balance CD, that is 60,000. Same as B, 30,000 plus 3,000 plus 1,000, that is 35,000. So the balance CD is 35,000. Here the combined capital is 60,000 plus 35,000. Total is 95,000. That is sum of CD balance, not the sum of BD balance. Then the next step is total capital. Total capital is combined capital multiply remaining profits reciprocal. So combined capital's value is 95,000 and the reciprocal of remaining profit, that is 6/5. Here it is, and we can find out the value of total capital, that is rupees 1,14,000. After that the last step, C's capital. Total capital is rupees 1,14,000 and the value of C, that is 1/6. So the C's capital is rupees 19,000. Here we mention that by bank account 19,000. Total of C's column, that is 19,000, and we can find out the value of CD, that is 19,000, because there is no any other balances. Now the next account is balance sheet. So first of all, liability side. Here we can make balance sheet with the help of old balance sheet and revaluation account. So first of all we consider old balance sheet. Here first of all bank overdraft, and we can calculate the value of bank overdraft with the help of working note. So we will discuss later on. The second point is reserve fund. Reserve fund already distributed. It means it is not mentioned in the new balance sheet. The third point is sundry creditor. That is 20,000. In additional information, we find out the value of creditor decreased by rupees 2%. That is rupees 400. So 20,000 minus 400, that is 19,600. Here it is sundry creditor. 20,000 minus 400, total of this is 19,600. Now the capital account. Before this there are two partners A and B, but now there are three partners, and the value of capital we can take from the capital accounts, and here the value of capitals is rupees 60,000, 35,000 and 19,000. Here it is 60,000, 35,000 and 19,000. Total of this, that is 1,14,000. So come on the next side, that is asset side. First of all, value of stock, that is rupees 20,000. Here we can find out in additional point there is no any other information related to stock. So we can put the same value, that is rupees 20,000. Here it is stock by rupees 20,000. Then sundry debtors by rupees 40,000, but now sundry debtors reduced by rupees 2,000. It means before this the value of sundry debtor is 3,600, but now the value is reduced from 2,000. It means the only provision is rupees 1,600. Here it is sundry debtors, that is rupees 40,000 minus provision, that is 1,600, because before this the value of provision is 3,600. Now that value is reduced from 2,000. Now it becomes 1,600. So here 40,000 minus 1,600, that is 38,400. Now next thing is building. The value of building is rupees 25,000, and we can find out that there is no additional information related to building. So that is same, we will put on the balance sheet building rupees 25,000. Here it is building by rupees 25,000. Now the next thing is machinery. The value of machinery, that is rupees 33,600, and there is no any other information related to machinery also. So we can put the same value, that is 33,600. Here it is 33,600. Now patents. Patents rupees 2,000, but in additional information that point is given that patents is valueless. Patents is valueless because that means value of patent is 0. So it will be not mentioned in the new balance sheet. Now in additional information we can find out one more information, that there is an old typewriter valued rupees 2,600. It does not appear in the books of the firm. Now it is recorded. It means that is unrecorded assets. So we can record these assets, that is rupees 2,600. Here value of typewriter is rupees 2,600. In this question, one important point is also, that is working note of bank and bank overdraft value. In old balance sheet, we find out that any information is left or not. So here one information left, that is bank overdraft, and there is no balance of bank. So how can we deal with bank overdraft? For this we will have to make working note. Here it is the value of bank overdraft, that is 15,000. Overdraft value, that is 15,000, that is negative value. And the partner comes with the two amount, that is amount of goodwill as well as capital. The amount of goodwill that is already given in the question, that is rupees 10,000, and the amount of capital, that value we will already calculated, that 19,000 rupees. It means 19,000 plus 10,000, that is 29,000. So 15,000 is the negative value and 29,000 is the positive value. After that we are getting the positive of rupees 14,000, that is bank balance. Here it is bank balance by rupees 14,000. It is very important point. With this question, over this chapter is finished.